Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your August reading. I do believe that these readings sometimes contain the ability to be transcendent of time. So even if you are not finding this video in August 2021, whatever it takes, whatever resonates, and leave the rest. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for a more well-rounded perspective in the reading. Also, I am offering individual personalized readings in the link box below, along with an extended version of this reading for a small fee. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. We are starting with the family card. So there's a call to connect with family in a way that feels like you are either participating in traditions or recultivating or reawakening old traditions. So an overall call to connect with family. So I get an overall sense that there's been a bit of a disconnect for a while, and that disconnect was a direct result of something specific that needed to happen. You needed to go through, you needed to process. You justified it based on things that had occurred up to the point of whatever the event or occurrence or experience or situation was that you felt, that you went through. It's just a direct result. The disconnect was a direct result of something that happened. And so now you are coming up on a point where you have grown, expanded, and moved beyond whatever that situation was. You haven't just moved, though. You have healed from whatever that was, whatever happened in that experience or situation, either the experience or situation itself or childhood trauma that it triggered. Doesn't matter how that applies. The process that you have been undergoing since that particular experience, and this feels like it's been a while. It's not something that just happened recently. It's something that's happened quite a long time ago or quite a while ago. And also along with it, because I already mentioned particular childhood trauma, there was a relationship with, or it triggered something that was from the past event. Either way, it's been a while since this thing happened, and you're at a point right now where you feel that not only have you moved on beyond that, but you have healed. But I get an overall sense that the reason why this is coming up is because you've moved on and you've realized how much you miss certain sorts of connection with certain family members. But now you're facing this, all right, but I disconnected for these reasons, and you sort of lay them out. You know what those reasons are. And there's an overall sense that you feel like you're beginning to question your resolve on that. Like if you start to reconnect with those people, what's that mean for those reasons? And the truth of the matter is that you didn't really disconnect with those people for those reasons. You disconnected for healing. And those reasons were involved in keeping your wounds raw. And now that you have healed and those wounds have healed over completely, they're now safe. You're now safe. And as a result of it, it doesn't matter what those people involved in that particular situation, it doesn't matter what they did or didn't do. They can't touch that wound anymore. You've healed from it. So you're not going back on anything if you reconnect with these people. You're protected, you're safeguarded. You know your limits. You know what boundaries that you need to make. And you know that you have the strength to hold those boundaries should those sorts of situations arise again. And so there's nothing wrong with reconnecting with someone that you had disconnected previously when you know you have healed from old wounds that they used to impact or affect. And that's where we're at. That's the overall feeling that I'm getting that you were facing as you were entering August. It's a bit of a conflict of whether or not you are somehow disregarding how you previously felt. Are you going back on how you felt? And the answer is no. You've healed. And so you can go back now because of that healing, you've managed to create boundaries that are going to keep you well protected and well safe. And you're going to have the strength and empowerment to keep those boundaries. And so you can reconnect with these people because you have set a new foundation in the relationship with these people. And there's not, basically you're also being told, so go ahead and reconnect with these people. There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep your boundaries. Keep your boundaries up. Let them know what they are some way or another. You don't always have to vocalize boundaries. The fact that you disconnect in and of itself was a boundary setting by itself. But if you feel that you want to connect with these people because there's something that you get with the connection that you miss, there's nothing wrong with that. Just keep your boundaries in the process. We're following this with the earth sign. I feel like this earth sign is just kind of reiterating that concept of staying grounded. So again, you've learned what you've learned. You know parts about yourself. You understand parts about yourself, and you know how to keep yourself protected in these situations because of how you moved away and protected yourself in the process leading up to this point. So all you need to do is just keep firm in those. That's what the earth card is letting you know, following that family card. Just keep firm in your boundaries. You can reconnect with people that you may have disconnected with for a specific reason. And just keep your boundaries. Let them know that what they are, and hold true to them, and they'll respect you. Or you can just go back with not being connected with them, whichever applies the best for you, for you, what you are going through, and you and as a person. We have the 5 of Swords. And I just feel like this is just a request to sort of move on from this conflict. Focusing on it is not going to, focusing on the ills of the situation is not going to remedy it. You cannot control other people and how they feel about it. All you can do is create the boundaries. So again, it's going back to that. There's nothing wrong with reconnecting with these people. Reconnecting with these people does not in any way make it sound like you have gone back on your original sentiment regarding what has happened. It just means that you've healed beyond it. You're willing to give them a try. You're willing to connect with them again, as long as they respect your boundaries. This seems to be being reiterated again and again. So, just move on. Know that you can't control them, but you can keep your boundaries up should you reconnect with them. That's the biggest thing that I'm getting from the 5 of Swords. And this is being followed with the Hermit card. And I feel like this is just a message to let you know, make sure that you take time for yourself in the process of reconnecting so that you can reassess and reestablish your boundaries. You can reinforce them should they need reinforced. You just basically every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with stepping out. It doesn't mean you have to fully disconnect. You can just step back a little bit. Make sure that your boundaries that you have set are staying strong. Reinforce them should you need to. Adjust them for the situation should new situation or understanding apply or arise. And then go back into your life as you have been living up to this point, and you hope to live as you move on from this. All right, that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that the month of August proves to be empowering for you. And as I already said, go ahead and check out the link box below for a more personalized individual reading, as well as extended version of this reading for a small fee. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more well-rounded reading. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.